If you truly believe that you need a £997 course from one of these gurus to start a marketing agency, then you're being lied to. I built my marketing agency to £20,000 a month without buying a single course. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it. But the biggest lie within the marketing agency industry isn't even the courses. It's a thing that most agency owners focus on first, and that's the reason why they never end up getting clients. Because most people starting a marketing agency as a beginner just overcomplicate everything. They're watching 40 hours of YouTube videos and tutorials of these gurus who have never even owned a marketing agency in their life. They're buying into their online course and all of the online digital assets that they're trying to just sell to you as the viewer, building fancy websites and landing pages and running ads when that truly isn't the way to start a marketing agency. And none of that truly gets you any clients. I just very simply created a system that works. And later on within this video, I'm going to show you my exact outreach method that landed me my first paying client. And with that being said, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things. The fastest way to start a marketing agency, how I got my first paying clients, and the mistakes that keeps most agencies stuck at £1,000 to £2,000 a month. So step number 1 is how to actually start your marketing agency, because starting is, I know the feeling, it's the most hardest thing to actually just get started. Now, the way I like to think about starting a business or a new career or anything in life is like building a snowball. Now, it might sound a little bit weird, but just hear me out. When you're building a snowball, it takes a while to compact it and build it into an actual ball until you can get it to the point where you can start rolling it. When you start rolling it, it starts rolling on its own. The same thing with starting a marketing agency. You have to build your website, you have to build your portfolio, you don't really know how much to charge, you don't even know how to get your first client. But when that's done, the snowball just rolls on its own. You start getting recommendations, you start finding out, oh, a friend's got a company, I can help them, I can do this, I can do that. And like I said, the rolling starts to happen. So without going into too much detail that's going to just be complicated and it's going to be too much information that your brain just simply won't handle, the most simplest and easiest way is to just start. Build an Instagram page, build a website, get some sort of portfolio behind you, which I'm going to mention how to do, which landed me my first client later on this video, and just start. If you're going to overthink it and overcomplicate it and think, oh, I've got to do this first, I've got to make sure that my page is really nice and glossy and I've done this and I've done that, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're never going to start. Get a website up, get an Instagram up, start outreaching to clients, and just start. Now for the juicy part. Once you've actually started, you need to start getting clients. Now, I remember sat there very clearly in my bedroom going, right, I've got everything done. I know what I want. I know how much to charge. I know what I can deliver. Content editing, ads, website management, social media management, graphic design. But how the fuck do I get a client? Now, my method, which I've mentioned in a few of my videos before, is a very rare method that works 90% of the time, but most agencies don't do it. And I don't know why. Now, I'm a content creator, I'm a videographer, I'm a photographer, and I'm an editor. So my way to get into these places, primarily restaurants, because that's kind of my niche and that's what my marketing agency is based around, is I would go into these restaurants and offer them a free video. However, it wouldn't be any sort of restaurant. It wouldn't be your local Turkish restaurant. It would be a restaurant within my local area, or in London, for example, with presence, who, you know, it's a big restaurant, Sexy Fish, Novikov, Nobu, any of those types of restaurants I would go into and I'd offer them a free video. Now, they've got their marketing team and they've got their content creators, and quite frankly, they're a massive company and I've just started, so I don't feel comfortable working with them just yet anyway. But what I do want is Novikov or Nobu or Sexy Fish on my portfolio. So if I go in there and offer them a free video, which 90% of people never refuse, by the way, or photos if you're a photographer, they'll say yes, you capture the content. If they use it on their social media or not, that's completely irrelevant. That is not your goal. That is not your aim. When you leave the shoot, you're able to go home, edit the content, and put that really high-end restaurant, which is like a staple within the restaurant industry, on your portfolio. So if you're now filming for clients like this, like Sexy Fish, which was done for free, but your new clients that are going to join, they never have to know that, start seeing that, you automatically become the go-to guy, or that figure that goes, oh, he's filmed for Sexy Fish, I'm going to use him, especially if you're going around to your local Turkish restaurants. Because these local Turkish restaurants know that Novikov and Nobu and Sexy Fish and Hakkasan and all these restaurants have smashed it and their content is amazing. So if they see them on your portfolio, they start to join up the dots and go, oh, okay, this guy's worth paying £1,000 a month because he's done it for X, Y, and Z, for example. And you're probably sat there thinking, Joel, but how is that going to make me money? How is that going to grow my agency? And I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be harsh. However, if your mindset is, I want money now, give it to me now, otherwise I'm not doing it, this industry is not for you. Do you know how many free videos and how many hours and how much money I've spent on traveling and petrol to create free content to get me where I am today? Content creators and agencies truly undermine the value of free content. I've been in rooms with multi-millionaires, if not billionaires. I've been invited to Formula One finals in Abu Dhabi. I've been on a mega yacht watching the Formula One final. All because I've offered that person a free video. If I turned around to him and said, nah, I won't pay him for my time, give me $2.5 grand, they probably wouldn't have used me, which means I would never have experienced going to a Formula One race, let alone with multi-millionaires on there, that will then scale into networking, and then they will use me in the future because the other millionaires trusted me. Why wouldn't them? Anyway, I'm rambling on a little bit now, but just don't ever underestimate the power of free videos, because ultimately the reason why I've done free videos in the past is because I'm sat here now in Dubai making £20,000 a month. It's a fact. That leads me on nicely to the mistake that most agencies make when they start signing clients for the first time. Now, this was a system that I put in place when I first started signing clients. I went in cheap, £600, £700 a month, and I played the volume game. But what most agencies do is they haven't really got a great portfolio. They're only working with a few clients, but they're going for high tickets straight away. Now, if I was to change my agency model to high ticket, which after 5 years I'm transitioning into now, charging clients £2,500, £3,000 instead of £700, takes a while. And you need to make sure you're making money whilst you transition into that kind of strategy. All clients care about is how good the content is and how much money you are making them. I know agency owners who are friends of mine, very close friends from 10 years ago. They're making £100,000 a month for one reason and one reason only. That reason is because they're making the owner money. So they're charging the owner £10,000 a month, which is a ridiculous amount of money for one client to pay you, right? But if you're making that client £50,000 a month, number one, are they ever going to leave you because you're making them $40,000 after they pay you? And number two, if you made someone 50 grand, I'm sure you would expect 5 or 10 grand back. But the problem is within my industry and my niche is like restaurants, you can't really track how much you're making for the restaurants unless they have everything set up. So sometimes when times get hard, the marketing team that are just creating videos and making their chicken shish kebab look nice are the first people to go. And that is probably one of the biggest reasons why marketing agencies just run on this rinse and repeat business model. So those three fundamentals of me starting, me finding clients, and getting out of that 1,000 to 2,000 brick wall of I couldn't scale past that, is everything I've done to make £20,000 a month. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I taught you or helped you push yourself along to start that marketing agency without me going, guys, there's a link in the description, check it out. I'm going to sell you a course because quite frankly, I don't have a course to sell you, but I'm just trying and help as many people as possible leave that 9 to 5 job and start that marketing agency.